This video will focus on finding an ordered pair to create a shape. So you've been working on graphing ordered pairs, and so this time we are going to take that information that you have learned and think about the shapes you've learned about earlier in the year, and we are going to put those together, and we're going to have to be able to create shapes from some ordered pairs given. So if you look here, you can see that we already have a dot for 410 right here. And we already have a dot or a point at 622, so over and up. Remember, you go over before you go up. The blue numbers are the x-axis, the red numbers are the y-axis, okay? So first of all, I have to stop and think about a scalene triangle. So when I think about naming triangles by their sides, I know that I have an equilateral triangle, which means all sides are equal. I have an isosceles triangle, which means two sides are equal. And then I have a scalene triangle. And a scalene triangle means that none of the sides are equal. So I really need to think about where can I place this third point here to create a triangle so that it creates a scalene triangle. So what I'm going to do, I could really decide, I'm going to go ahead and connect these points here. I'm going to do it this way. It's always nice to do it with a straight edge. Connect it with the brown, straight as I can. All right, so I could really think about where I want to put that third point. Now, wherever I put it, I just have to realize that I'm going to need it to have unequal sides, okay? So I could put the point up here, or I could put the point down here, because I know that a triangle has 3 vertices, so I need to keep that in mind. So I only need to put one more point. So if I put it here, then I could see that this is 2 kind of units. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. And that, I'm gonna take this ruler and just make sure if I put it right there, that measures about 2.5. If I go this way and put it right there is where I'm thinking. That's gonna be almost, well, should be less than 2.5. So that would be a good place to put it. I could also put it here. Knowing if I put it there, it would definitely show that it's an isosceles triangle. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and put that third point here, and then I'm going to connect, because I want it to make a triangle. Using my straight edge or my ruler here, the best that I can. Ooh, kind of moving around, aren't we? There we go. And we can see that that third point made a scalene triangle. None of the sides are equal, okay? And we know that if none of the sides are equal, none of the angles are equal as well. You can see that's acute. That's going to be obtuse because it's greater than 90, and this is acute as well, but this is smaller than that one. All right, so then I need to write the ordered pair for that. So when I look at that, I can see that it's going to be 5. Remember, we go over before we go up. We do the X before the Y. So 5... that's going to be 22, 5, 22. So I'm going to write that as 5, 22. And remember, when we write ordered pairs, we have to have a parentheses around them and a comma in between the X and Y axis. All right? So that's kind of my thinking and reasoning for making a scalene triangle. Let's try one more. All right, this time we are going to try to make a trapezoid, or we are going to, because we can do this. All right, so we know that a trapezoid is a quadrilateral, which means it's a 4-sided figure. And under quadrilaterals, you have rhombus, square, rectangle, parallelogram, trapezoid is one. So thinking about the definition of a trapezoid, because remember, you have learned about these shapes earlier in the year. And the definition of a trapezoid that we're going to go with is that it has at least one set of parallel sides, or a set of parallel sides. We know that there are 2 types of trapezoids. One trapezoid can look this way, and one trapezoid can look this way. All right? So when I'm looking up here, because I have this right angle here, I can tell that I'm really going to need to make this trapezoid, okay? So I need to think about where I can put that point, that 4th point, for it to create the trapezoid. So I'm going to start by connecting the lines that I already have, or the points, connecting the points that I already have. And that line goes straight up, so I'm going to follow that. Now, one thing I realized is I cannot put a point right here. If I put a point right here, that is going to make a rectangle, okay? Because opposite sides are equal, 4 right angles. And remember, these would be 2 sets of parallel sides, okay? And when we're making a trapezoid, we want 1 set of parallel sides. So if we go back and think about this shape, remember this is gonna have to come in a bit, okay? So I'm gonna need to look here and think about where can I put that 4th point. So I really can put it any of these places. You get to choose, okay? You just cannot put it here. Now you could put it out here and it could be an upside, kind of an upside down trapezoid. So you could definitely do that too. But I'm going to go, just so it'll look more familiar to me, I'm gonna put it right there. Remember, you just can't put it there. That would make a rectangle, but you could put it on any of these points or out this way as well. All right, so now I'm going to connect. I have a nice line there that I can just follow. When I get to this side, I'm going to use my straight edge. All right, so now you can see we made a trapezoid, 1 set of parallel sides. These would eventually touch if we were to extend them, so they would not be considered parallel. All right, so now you're going to get to try some of these on your own. Remember, you're kind of combining 2 things that you've learned. You've learned how to graph ordered pairs and create ordered pairs, how to write them, and you've learned about shapes, triangles, and quadrilaterals earlier in the year. So you're going to kind of merge those 2 skills together to find ordered pairs to create shapes. Good luck.